It's November 27, 2016. My name is Victor Mahler. I'm in Communications 211, and this is my person speech. In the United States, trends seem to change over time and move with technology, people, and beliefs. This change of trend can most likely be seen within the music industry. When the genre of country music gets brought up, one's mind automatically drifts to thinking about the new style of pop country that you hear on the different country music radio stations. Although there is nothing wrong with present-day country music, true country music fans will always appreciate traditional country music and the aspects that make it up. According to traditionalmusic.org, traditional country music songs and tunes have been performed by custom over a long period, usually several generations. They are most often referred to as folk songs, country music, dance, or other similar types of folk music that can also be pieces from earlier known composers. When it comes down to the accomplishments, true meaning behind songs, and overall true country man, there is no question why George Strait is referred to as the king of country. At a young age, George went through some ups and downs, but kept a straight head, which eventually led to success he would encounter in the future in his music industry. Little did he know that when he emerged as a country music star in the early 1980s, that by 2016 he would be considered arguably the most influential artist to ever sing country music. George was born in Potet, Texas in May of 1952 to a school teacher who also ran a family-owned ranch. His mom left him and his brother at a young age to his dad, and George grew up working throughout his high school years at the farm. And in the late 1960s, he graduated high school, moved on from the family ranch, and enrolled in college. After 2 long years, he dropped out, married his high school sweetheart, and enlisted in the United States Armed Forces. While in the Army, he sang for an Army-sponsored band called Ramblin' Country with fellow enlistees. After George finished his 4-year term in the U.S. Army, he really kicked off his country music career as he landed a contract with the highly regarded MCA Records. It was at this time that George seen a future within singing country music and realized that he could be something special in the music industry, not only in the country music, but in the music industry as a whole. According to CMT.com, out of all country music singers to emerge in the 1980s, George Strait stayed closest to the traditional country. Drawing from both the honky-tonk and western swing traditions, Strait didn't refashion the genres. Instead, he revitalized them. And this was in fact true. For the past 3.5 decades, he stayed true to traditional country style, and although other singers were moving with the generations and giving country a little more upbeat each year. When it comes to the music charts and top songs, he was seen at number 1 on the list, and if it wasn't number 1, it was most definitely top 5. There was no question that when he came out with a new song, it would be a fan favorite. New artists emerged with the new style of country music, but George sparked new artists that had the same traditional style that he sung with. And along with George, these new artists were able to become fan favorites and keep the tradition of country music alive. These traditional singers are also known as Alan Jackson, Garth Brooks, and Randy Travis. As far as accomplishments go in country music, George has dominated every category for quite some time. Towards the end of his singing career, he became the first artist in music history to notch 60 number 1 hits. When being honored with this milestone and record-breaking award, the humble man responded. According to HollywoodReporter.com, George said, "I didn't realize we were making history. I just hoped we were putting out music that my fans would enjoy," Strait said in a statement. "As always, I'm thankful to the fans and country music for radio for their support on all 60 of these number 1 songs, as well as my entire career. They are the ones who made this happen." Another category that he is top in is that he is the only artist to have a top 10 song every year for the past 32 years, leading up to year 2013. Along these lines, he has more ACM and CMA awards than any other artist. Keep in mind that these three awards are dominated categories that I listed and are not just won within country music, but they have been won by George out of all genres in music. Although he has many other awards that I could list to his contributions to music, I simply do not have the time to do so at this time. In his great career, George stayed true to singing in cowboy boots, cowboy hats, and button-ups, and starched Wrangler jeans. He is a mentor, a role model, and an all-around good guy with a positive attitude that carries far beyond singing to a sold-out crowd for over 30 years. As a Country Music Hall of Fame inductee, a country music artist, and a leader in the music industry, George Strait will forever be a music great, especially when it comes to country music. Thank you.